Good morning student. Today we are going to learn about AM demodulator. After the completion of today's session, you are able to define demodulation, classify AM demodulators and explain the operation of the envelope detector. So what is demodulation? It is the process in which original message signal is recovered or extracted from the amplitude modulated wave. The device that is used to demodulate the signal is known as demodulator. So, if it is a demodulator or detector, then input to this device is amplitude modulated wave and output of this device is modulating signal. So, this one is the input, this one is the output and this one is the demodulator device. Next, the classification of the AM demodulator. The AM demodulator classified into three types. What are they? First one is envelope detector. Second one is square law detector, then PLL detector. So today we only discuss about the envelope detector. So, in envelope detector, diode operates in the linear region of the VI characteristic, and this type of detectors are used to detect large magnitude signals. And envelope detector is popular due to its simple circuit and lower cost. Then the circuit diagram. So, this is the circuit of the envelope detector. This one is the supply and the resistor that is connected in series, then diode, then capacitor, and this one is the load across which we get our output. As we know, the input to the envelope detector is the AM modulated signal. So, how it looks like? So, this one is the modulated signal. So, the middle one is the carrier and the sides are the shape of the modulating signal, we know that, and the information is present in this side bands. This one is the upper side band, this one is the lower side band, and this side bands are known as envelope, and we have to extract this envelope. If we extract this envelope, then we get our modulating signal. So, as we know, what is the function of a diode? Diode only operates or conducts during forward bias condition. In negative means when we give negative signal, then it is remain in reverse bias condition and there is no conduction occur within the diode. So when we give positive half cycle, during that duration the diode conducts and the capacitor charges. Then when we give negative half cycle, during that time the diode is in reverse bias condition and there is no conduction and the capacitor starts to discharge. So how it charges and discharges? See here, when we give the positive half cycle, at that time the diode charges up to the peak value, okay, charges to the peak value. Then when negative half cycle comes, there is no conduction, at that time the capacitor starts to discharge. So it slowly discharges until next cycle. If the capacitor voltage is lower than the next half cycle, then it again charges. So here when we reach here, the peak value is higher than the capacitor's charge, so it again charges, then again discharges. This process is repeats again and again. See here, the capacitor charge is more than the signal voltage or cycle voltage, so there is no need of charging. Again we reach here, then here the capacitor charge is below or smaller than the signal voltage, so it again charges. Like this it repeats again and again, and this portion is the so this portion is the modulating signal, but we have to approximate the signal because the original modulating signal never be in this shape. So we have to approximate the signal like this. So this is the approximated signal, okay, and this one is the capacitor output. So like this we get our modulating signal. But there is a question also arise, why the capacitor is not discharges to 0 voltage? To ensure that we select the value of RC. This RC is known as time constant. Time constant, that is tau. We have to choose the value of RC in such a way that the capacitor never discharges to 0 volt. Means capacitor discharges very slowly. To ensure that there is two condition has to be satisfied. So for charging time constant, RSC time constant value is always very less than time period of the carrier signal. So because of that, if we satisfy this condition, then capacitor always charges very quickly. Then for discharging time constant RC is always set very greater than time period of the carrier signal. Because of this condition, the capacitor always discharges very slowly. So using this we get our output like this. So this is all about envelope detector. If we want to draw the block diagram of the envelope detector, then how it shows? Then it looks like this. This one is the diode, this one is the low pass filter. Input is the AM signal, output is the modulating signal. Okay, so this low pass, we know the operation of the diode, only the low pass filter. The low pass filter smoothen the signal, means here we get spike like structure, then we approximate the signal. That approximation is done by low pass filter. So this is all about envelope detector. In the next class we will discuss about the square law detector demodulator. Thank you.